Morning lads, welcome back to Baggy TV, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a good morning. Lads, I want to clarify something before I jump into this topic, before I jump into this video's topic. I want to clarify something. You see, when I make my videos, I address stories, I address situations, I address things that concern Chelsea Football Club, and then I'll continue to go ahead and give you my point of view, my thoughts, in regards to that situation, that story, that thing. When you see in the title, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is something that I own, this is something that I'm agreeing with. When I make a video saying that Chelsea are gonna buy Belotti for £85 million, it doesn't mean that I think they should buy him for £85 million. Do you understand? I'm telling you what I'm reading, and I'm giving you a story that is currently making its rounds, and I'm giving you my thoughts and my point of view in respect to that story. So lads, don't confuse it. Don't think that each and every story that I'm reporting on is something that I agree with or something that I believe should happen. It's an opinion that is reported by a journalist that I'm giving you my opinion on. So I want to clarify that before I get into this video. Today's video is a similar one. You see, today's video I'm going to be addressing the stories that are currently being talked about in regards to Chelsea Football Club, and in respect to our players and the fighting, the internal fighting and the disturbances that is currently being seen on and off the pitch. Behind closed doors, our players are at it, our players are beating each other up. All is not well in the Tuchel household. Chelsea, the players are at it. If you believe what you're reading in the papers, the Chelsea players have their hands around each other's throats. Yeah, that's what it's been made out to look like. And the biggest person behind these stories apparently is a Chelsea so-called journalist. A journalist that is close to the Chelsea Football Club, apparently. So I'm going to be talking about these stories, and I'm going to be giving you my point of view in regards to these stories. Before I do that though, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to Baggy TV and turn that bell notification button on. Give the video a like, comment, and please share it on your social media platforms. Get my video out there to the masses. I'd really appreciate that. Now let's jump in. Okay, so there has been two main stories talking about infighting between Chelsea players. The first story refers to an argument that broke out straight after the game between Azpilicueta and Reece James, where they had a big debate. That's a nice way to put it. They had a really strong, heated argument in the dressing room straight after the game, where blame was thrown, where harsh words were thrown between the two players, the two Chelsea players, a senior player, the club captain, and one of the youngsters. Apparently there was a big ruckus going on. Jorginho might have been involved, but that is a story. Another story, apparently on the training ground just yesterday, two players that weren't even involved in the game against West Brom, Rudiger and Kepa. Apparently Kepa wasn't happy about the way that Tony tackled him when he was trying to pick up the ball. Apparently Tony went in there and kind of clipped him, and they got up and they started pushing each other, and they started having a heated argument because of a training ground mistake. So are the Chelsea players losing their cool? Are the Chelsea players losing control? Are they losing their focus? Are they getting out of hand? Is Tuchel unable to control his players on the pitch and off the pitch, in training and elsewhere? Is that where we are right now? So the question I want to ask you is this: is Tuchel losing control of the dressing room? Is Tuchel losing the plot? Is Tuchel losing control? Is everything going down the toilet? Is it all going pear-shaped? Because Chelsea lost one game An embarrassing result against West Brom. But it's the first defeat under Tuchel. Why are we trying to make a massive mountain out of a really tiny molehill? Why is the media giving it this about the players and about the club? Because lads, fights in training, fights in the dressing room, that's the norm. That's the norm. I don't know where these journalists have been for the past, I don't know how long they've been alive, but since I was a kid, we're always fighting. We're always fighting on the pitch, off the pitch, in the training ground, in the dressing room. It's a contact sport. Football is a contact sport. You're going to get angry, you're going to get heated, you're going to get emotional, especially after a defeat. But that's just the norm. If you didn't get angry after a defeat, then there's something wrong with you. If you didn't get angry because one of your teammates made a mistake, there's something wrong with you. You're supposed to get angry, you're supposed to point out the mistakes, and you're supposed to try to address them. And to be fair, Reece James and Azpilicueta sorted it out. Apologies were exchanged and things moved on normally. Azpilicueta and Tony Rudiger. It was a heated situation that lasted a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, an hour. Who cares? It's over and dusted, over and done with. It ain't an issue that needs to be reported in the papers. It ain't an issue that needs to be talked about on social media. It isn't an issue that needs to be tweeted and retweeted and talked about like it's a big thing. Unless the journalists who are getting paid bucks are making it a big thing. Lads, we need to be careful as Chelsea fans, and we need to address these issues. And journalists that come up with these kind of stories, in my opinion, they've lost credibility. For me, those journalists who have done this have no credibility for me whatsoever. And if they want to give me Chelsea related content, Chelsea related news, if they want to appear on XY podcast and make out like they know the ins and outs, and they're trying to destroy my team, with all due respect, I don't really care too much about their content, and I don't really care too much about their reporting. Me personally, I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about these journalists doing this. And for those of you who follow these journalists, for those of you who give them time of day, maybe you need to rethink that and rethink your stance in respect to these journalists. Because I know a lot of people host them on podcasts, host them on their channels, and give them airtime. Look lads, this is a quick video. I just wanted to get something off my chest, and I've done that. And I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, give it a like. And if you haven't, let me know in the comments below why you didn't like my video. Anyway, have a great day, enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you in my next upload. Take care of yourselves and peace out.